Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of and shout out to the members.
Okay. When Kendrick Lamar says the rabbit hole goes deeper, the thing is, we are playing catch up to this man. The shit that he does, the shit that he says, the hints, the Easter eggs. He drops it right in your glass and says, I'm going to be over here until y'all come back my way and figure it out all out. It could be months. It could literally be years as we decode what the man is trying to put, like just the stuff that he's putting in front of us. Does anybody want to take a compelling walk with me this morning? I did a bunch of research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 tabs to go through. This shit is very, very spooky to me. And when you see the thumbnail and it says, Drake has a way bigger problem. What are we thinking about? The pedo stuff. Oh, the Super Bowl's coming up. Halftime. No. No. We are catching up to Kendrick. This guy done lapped us all as far as what we're thinking and what we're talking about. He lapped us 50 fucking times. He's sitting somewhere at the finish line. He's just going to wait for us to catch up. I'm dead serious. I believe that. I really, really believe that. Shout out to Ill Will. Ill Will, you inspired this live and you don't even know it. The reason why Ill Will inspired this live is because the Sorry It's True podcast, it's growing, man. It really, really is growing. And I have all y'all to thank for that. Shout out to all the supporters, all the members, all the mods, all the general fans that stumble across this every once in a while, depending on what's going on. Podcast is growing. There's a video from this TikToker right here. Shout out to IMD_ranks. So Ill Will stumbles across this guy. He sees a video and the guy is talking about Kendrick's Peekaboo. And the guy said that, you know, wow, I just got put on to the rabbit hole from the Sorry It's True podcast. So Ill Will sends it to me. And you know what? Not to paraphrase too much. Let's just play it real quick.
Yo. I got up today with a lot of people asking me where I get my herbs
I'll
from.
go down his TikTok page. And let's find here it is. Here's this video.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? I just found out Peekaboo is a hidden message. Shout out Sorry It's True podcast on YouTube, because that shit just sent me down a whole rabbit hole. You hear me? Now back in May, I remember seeing this on this app. Still Nation posted this, and then when you swipe, and I was just like, damn. Apparently Kendrick said, man, I'm way ahead of you, nigga. All right, let's get to Peek. I don't even know how to start. Fuck it. So in the song Peekaboo, how does it start off? Give a helping hand to your fellow man. Bro. And apparently the guy's playing video was shot in Florida, and Drake gave away damn near $1 million because he was high-key making a mockery.
Yep. So it gets scary. It gets spooky. And we did a in-length breakdown of that video. So it made me think that much more. Ill Will. I said, yo, that video on my podcast, where does it stand? Where does it rank? And I said, let me go to my own channel and check it out. The Peekaboo breakdown that we did, being that it's going around and it's starting to get little legs, right? Stay with me, people. Make sure y'all stay with me to the end. Make sure y'all, because we got a lot to talk about, a lot to uncover here. So I go to my channel and I was like, all right, let me scroll down here. All right. Oh, look at this. We live right now. Drake has a way bigger problem. Yesterday's live. Go check this out. You have to watch almost a whole hour and 45 minutes because there's a lot of depth and things that we address, expose for the first time, and uncover and reveal and remind in that video. So check that out. But anyway, point being, I see my last little Dirk video about his 3 co-defendants looking for plea agreements, reports. All right, about 8,000. We got some members only content here. All right, let me keep scrolling. Oh, almost 10,000 on that one. We're growing here. All right, 11,000, 19,000 here. Okay, we're growing. We're growing. 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 14,000. We're growing. 14,000, 10,000, 25,000 with my interview with Easy to Block. Shout out to the homie. We grow 22 right here. Okay, 23 right here. We're growing. 10,000, 97. 97 on my Peekaboo video, on my Peekaboo podcast live episode. That's what you call an outlier. How much of an outlier? Let's keep going. 97,000. That's almost 100,000 3 weeks ago. Let's keep checking things out. 11,000, 26, 23, 15, 15. I'm looking at some of the, for our humble channel and podcast, smaller stuff or biggest, 16, 19. Here goes an outlier. 62. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Okay. Let me just jump all the way down to the Drake and the Kendrick, where we started covering Drake and Kendrick. Let's find that, people. Okay, we got the Super Bowl announcement at 20 there. No, let's keep going. I want the reactions. I want when the beef battles, when the songs were dropping. Here goes the pop out concert right here for 40,000 views. No, still too recent. Let me just keep going. Where the fuck are we at here? Where we at? BBL Drizzy, 48,000. Okay, what do we got going on here? The Not Like Us reaction video, 66,000. Meet the Grams reaction video that we did live together, 34,000. Family Matters, 13,000. He made me step on my own live. That was Kendrick's plan. It worked. Step on Family Matters as soon as it drops. 616, 27. Okay. Where is oh, here goes Euphoria, 72. You're getting close. 72,000. You're getting close. And we were having some fun down here. Look at the evolution of even the thumbnails. You see a lot is changing, but we're not hitting that Peekaboo video of almost 100,000, currently sitting at 97. Here goes me exposing a Verb video. That's funny. Me and Verb going at it for 70,000 views. That was fun. Scrolling down. Oh, me and Rem right here did 22,000. What's going on here? You guys seeing the theme? Peekaboo is the highest viewed podcast live episode that we have done within the last year of coming back and me starting to podcast consistently. 97,000 views. It's going to be the first podcast episode, and also outside of battle rap, to break 100,000 views. You got to find within the last 12 months an actual battle on this channel to break 100,000 views. What's the point that I'm making there, ARP? The point that I'm talking about is legs. And for some reason, that video in the YouTube algorithm is also gaining more legs than even the beef tracks, at least from this standpoint, right? So then I start to put more numbers together. Let's look at some more stuff and let's try to rationalize this for myself and my channel, because I'm not the only channel that covers content and controversy or Kendrick and Drake, right? I asked myself, Spotify. Where does Spotify rank in the world of websites? Spotify is the 47th most visited website in the world. 47th. 47th. Does it show how many websites are in the world? How many websites are in the world? 1.1 billion websites are in the world. 1.1 billion websites are in the world, and Spotify sits at number 47. I'm building up traction, people. Stay with me. Playing with numbers still. Okay, you rank 47. Speaking of, where you rank, when we talk about how big that is, let's just drive that home real quick. What is Spotify worth? Spotify is worth $91.66 billion. And then we see when we do videos breaking down how much money Spotify pays UMG for year. We see like $250 million. I mean, $250 million or something like that. We go crazy. And we just be like, yo, that money is wicked, right? This is why 91.66. So, quick subtopic. When you see Spotify is worth 91.66 billion, let's see real quick if we can get what is UMG worth. 47 billion. Wait, Spotify is worth more than UMG? But UMG is worth $47.1 billion. Okay. 96 and 47. And Drake is fighting that, matter of fact. So that's going to even paint into some of my point later on too. But this is who Drake has filed a pre-action lawsuit against. Somebody that is worth $47 billion and somebody that is worth $96 billion, right? So I just keep drawing the numbers. I keep pulling it together. I really wanted to focus in there on Spotify more than anything, just to see their numbers, their website ranking, their worth, their power, their sprawl globally, and how crazy it is. Crazy really isn't a big enough word. So I said, as it relates to Not Like Us, because a lot of us would say, what's the most damaging thing happening to Drake right now? Not Like Us, Not Like Us. A minor, he's going to get to the Super Bowl. He's going to, even if he changes some of the lyrics, that's what we're going to hear. We're going to bring more eyes on him being called a PDF file. It's his greatest fear. Okay. So I wanted to see traction-wise on Spotify, who is worth $96 billion and who has the 47th biggest website in the world amongst a world that has 1.1 billion websites in total. And I said, okay, let's see how Not Like Us did charting-wise on Spotify. So from May to June, Not Like Us was in the top 10 globally. In the States, from May to June, it was in top 5. Heavy, heavy, heavy. It goes to number 12, we see in June. But then from June all the way through August, it remains in the top 13 globally. In the US, it remains in the top 10. From September all the way through the end of the year, pretty much it remained in the top 100 globally. And I really should say most of these months, as we see them in weeks, is within the top 50. As the year closes out, we start to see in the latter half of the 50s and the 100, getting closer to 100, the 80s, the 90s, 70s again. We see that. In the States, it remained pretty strong, or stronger, I should say, because they're both strong as fuck. Top 50 pretty much the whole year in the United States, the entire year. That is huge. That is a big fucking deal. This is why we're saying Kendrick is winning in all these areas, the numbers, the impact, the narratives, the authenticity, everything, right? And then I say, let's compare this. Let's start to intertwine this into Peekaboo. Will Peekaboo come close to Not Like Us? What do you guys think? My thought is, hell fucking no. And if you thought that with me, you would be correct. Hasn't even been out that long, right? The GNX album just came out. Not Like Us, we're charting that all the way back on Spotify numbers through May. Here we are, November. Comes in globally top 30. That's crazy. But we could just say, I came in top 30 because it's on the damn GNX album, and all those songs are going to fall into the top 30 because everybody's playing every track from the album when it dropped. That's probably the case, which is probably why from November to December, it goes from 30 all the way to 127 globally. And in the States, it goes from 11 to 39. So when you talk about how long it's been out, when you talk about the impact of it, when you talk about the numbers behind it, when you talk about marching bands and little kids at bar mitzvahs or whatever jumping around screaming, they not like us, they not like us. Does peekaboo hold any scale to it? No fucking way. It's light years ahead of peekaboo. Light years ahead of peekaboo. So when we talk about the Super Bowl, stay with me. I'm weaving peekaboo and not like us and Super Bowl and what's the biggest thing that Drake is really facing right now when we talk about legs. Let's go to the Super Bowl halftime show. And I was curious. I said, what's the top 10 most viewed Super Bowl halftime shows? And let's put some numbers to them. Let's see what's going on. Let's piece this shit together, people. It's just research. Rihanna, 118 million views on her halftime show. She's got the number one spot. Pretty much Rihanna, Katy Perry, and Lady Gaga all did 118 million views for the Super Bowl halftime show. Coldplay 115, Bruno Mars 115, Madonna 114 million views. Beyonce's in the top 10, 110 million views. Black Eyed Peas 110, Justin Timberlake 106 million views, Shakira 104. That's the top 10 right there of halftime show viewership. Why did I give a damn about that? I wanted to then tie in the halftime show viewership into what Not Like Us has already done. You guys with me? All right. So I did that. And all I did was I YouTubed or I Googled what's the view account right now of Not Like Us. I was just curious. Let's see what we get. We get Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us has 198 million views on YouTube alone. Alone. Without Spotify. You saw that segment where I just broke down all the numbers of Spotify and the impact globally as well as in the United States alone of Not Like Us and how much it's charting. But on YouTube alone, minus Spotify, Not Like Us has already surpassed the numbers of viewership for any of the top 10 halftime show viewership numbers. People, fuck a theory. We're putting up here real thoughts and logic to the actual fucking numbers. So, if I pull up numbers like that for Not Like Us, if you want to do a quick comparison to Peekaboo, how many views does that have right now? No, it's not close. It's not close. All you got to do is Google how many views does Kendrick Lamar's Peekaboo have as of December 28, 51 million. It's a big number on Spotify. It's a big number. But that's the number that comes back when you Google it. So when we do the actual numbers there, we ask the question, what's the big problem that Drake is really, really facing? And what comes to mind is the halftime show exposing a larger fan base to Not Like Us, which will continue to push this narrative, which kills his image and his reputation of being called a PDF, right? Numbers wise, we just showed that that's not the case. Let's compare the Peekaboo scenario and Not Like Us as far as the narratives that they're pushing. It's not good for a man to have PDF on your jacket. But I've seen a lot of people in situations with women continue to get endorsements with big sponsors and Nike. And how many NBA players have had situations with women still endorsed, still get sneaker deals? I don't even want to say certain names right now out of respect, right? You got actors that come along, they get R cases and whatnot. They get swept under the rug eventually. Jay-Z's going through something right now. It's a wicked accusation that most of us don't believe. And NFL came out and backed them and said, yo, dude, we're still here. Nothing as far as the NFL relationship with Jay-Z changes. And I could come back for a second stream about how that Jay-Z case is pushing forward. Okay, that's one of the most recent updates in that case. Yeah, we saw Drake on stage with a teenager. Didn't look good. Yeah, you got the shorty from Stranger Things. Yeah, we texting all the time. It's a little girl. Doesn't look good. Girls coming out from like high school basketball teams. Oh yeah, Drake follows us. He supports. Doesn't look good. I get it. It's a lot of weird stuff. Even the Not Like Us cover art as it relates allegedly to Baca, right? Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? The cover art got the what kind of pins on the roof of Drake's crib, right? Allegedly, already convicted and identified and located, allegedly, sex offenders. That's what those pins mean. Because the whole tie into Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Right? Those are all the things on Drake when it comes from Not Like Us. Dare I say, those things within today's society with enough time are all escapable. And that's why I brought up NBA players. Do your homework. That's why I brought up rappers. That's why I brought up, I don't need to keep going. With time, and Drake putting out hits, because that's what even the public is telling him. Sit down, shut up, stop doing stupid moves, and give us hits. Not Like Us, he can return from. He's never going to return back to the throne, and his legacy is tarnished forever. But he can return to a prominent level of success, one of the top artists. Chart-wise, numbers-wise, he can still jump in and out of the #1 spot on the charts and all that type of shit. It's Drake. Let's not be naive. What can you not return from, though? What will sponsors always stay away from? What will time not heal? Allegedly, an accusation of any involvement about murder. Now, I know I already did a stream saying that convicted killer that was tied to XXX's murder, that recently put an appeal and put Drake's name in it, saying, wait, we never got this into court. I already put out the opinion that I think that that's a ditch effort of him trying to get off. He's convicted. You want to put an appeal. You want to try to fight it. You say there's evidence that wasn't allowed to come in. I wanted Drake involved in this. He didn't comply. He didn't have to. His lawyers did a good job, kept him out of court, kept him off of the stands, and it is what it is. I do believe that. The times that Drake has rapped about allegedly XXX's passing and the beef that they had before he passed. Let's say Drake was clout chasing. Some of these rappers love to have that street shit on their badge. Dirk is sitting there for it right now. He really was about that, in my opinion. I don't think Drake is about like what Little Dirk is about. But these rappers like to claim shit so much. They like to clout chase that they'll get active, or they'll put, or I think that's what Drake did. I'm not putting that on him. But I'm not talking about sitting Drake in court and saying guilty or not guilty. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the narratives, the perception, and the talk. So if he can return from Not Like Us and the PDF file narratives, imagine if Kendrick gets his ass on stage and the numbers that we broke down, he starts to put legs on Peekaboo. Imagine if people start to say, hold on, dude. Sponsor starts to say, hold on, dude. The white and corporate America fan base and viewership of the Super Bowl halftime show start to say, hold on, dude. I don't believe that you're into little girls. Kendrick fucked you up bad. It is what it is. But these allegations of murder and the dots being drawn to the give a helping hand movement and your videos that you did and your and your giveaways in Florida and all this stuff that aligns, you're a part of that. Pretty much what I'm asking is, what if Peekaboo becomes a narrative, charting wise, number wise? I don't think it could reach Not Like Us. But what if the discussion of allegedly being involved with anything having to do with trolling or involvement with XXX's murderer, which is all out there right now, those type of narratives, as well as a PD. What do you think will sit heavier on you as an image moving around the industry? It's murder. It's murder. It's murder. It's murder. It's murder. And I'm not putting that on Drake. I'm just saying that is the heavier bag to carry around. And it's getting legs. Y'all worried about Kendrick getting up there and performing Not Like Us. Okay. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. All right. I'm coming to the chat real quick. Peekaboo, I just put them boogers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 point, like a Kobe game. Oh, I mentioned Kobe. I'm staying away from NBA players right now. As far as any of the points that I was just making. Rest in peace, Kobe. The 17 count, just like the 17 push-ups in the Not Like Us video, and the 17 count of saying peekaboo. 17 means what, people? This is what I mean when I say Kendrick has lapped us and he's just waiting for us to meet him at the finish line that he's sitting at. He's like, I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to put something on Drake's jacket. I'm just going to wait for you guys to figure out why I'm doing 17 push-ups, why I'm saying peekaboo 17 times, why I started the song with the soundbite saying give a helping hand. I'm just going to wait for y'all. And when you figure it out, holla at me and tell me what type of person y'all are supporting. Sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. He's justifying himself for this shit. You know what it is? Imagine I'm a little bit ahead of the curve with this thought, and I don't mind that. If I'm ahead of the curve with the thought, it's like that becomes me and you got a deadly problem. I'm going to use like a hitman, right? Like that becomes me and you have a deadly problem, a deadly conflict. One of us has to go. Euphoria in 616 becomes I'm armed up, I got all my guns, and now I'm in the same state as him. All right, I flew to his state. All right. Meet the Grams becomes I got your address, and now I'm laying outside in your bushes. You know what I'm saying? And I possibly even kick in the door while you're home unprepared. That's Meet the Grams. Not Like Us is me now shooting you and killing the Drake as y'all knew it. The Drake as y'all knew it died with Not Like Us. There was no return from his overall image to the point where he's now pre-allegation suing UMG and Spotify. There's no returning from that. That was the shots, the killing of that person as we previously knew him. So then what does Peekaboo become? The fucking burial. The burial. Like he doesn't have to go continue to track down the PDF stuff. He doesn't have to continue to track down do you have a daughter? Actually, he left that alone smartly, Kendrick, right? GNX comes, and do we hear a song on GNX? And he knows what he's already done in the beef battle, in the battle songs, the beef songs. Does he continue with the PDF stuff like that or whatever? There's some more little drops here and there. But the one that he really puts out there for us to now try to gain legs on is Peekaboo, turning towards XXX. It's almost like that's what I want now. That other stuff I'm done with. I want the burial now. Because that level of dissing, because it started as a rap battle, I can say I think you trying to be prettier than Sexy Red. I think y'all gonna pop ass together and shit. I'm just painting you as feminine and whatnot, you know, because he does the duck lips and the painted nails and all that type of shit. I can say I hate the way you dress and all that rap battle shit, right? And it was dissing a family member and all that. Hey, I think your best friend really fathered that child. Okay, cool. Well, I think you and this little kid's some pedo shit. Your man Baka, like, it got deep, but that's the rules of rap battles. It's all gloves off. You know what I'm saying? But then to fast forward, get to GNX and lay on the XXX one. Nobody thinks that Kendrick jumps back and forth with his rollout. It's all been a chessboard. It's all been a chessboard. I'm going to drop this. Then I'm going to put out Euphoria. Then I'm going to do 616. I'm going to then put out just the glove picture by itself. Then Meet the Grams. I'm going to show you the whole shit, including the receipts and the pills and the shirt. Then here comes the Not Like Us, doubling down on those allegations with the sex offender pins on the crib. Then I'm going to get to GNX, and I'm going to start talking about the number 17, i.e. Peekaboo and XXX. Now, if there's more, I mean, I don't know what else to put on Drake. You done did everything else. Now you're putting damn near murder, or just you're a piece of shit for pushing XXX's murder or endorsing it or bragging about it or capitalizing on it with your drives in Florida with one of your biggest singles, and it really had a different meaning. It could be I'm putting these allegations on you, which we just saw come out of the court from one of the convicted killers trying to put Drake's name in the appeal. Or it could just be you're a piece of shit because of what you did to X and what you did post him dying. And I'm showing that to he's not going backwards. You're not going to see Kendrick go back to saying shit like I don't think you should go there. No, we're there. It's like this. And this is why there's a rumors that came out like, yo, I got 10 of these bitches waiting. And if you want to bow out on the Heart Part 6, that's cool. I might not drop the tracks, but I'm going to still possibly continue my expose. And here we are now. The biggest piece of it, humane-wise, could be the XXX one. Sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Am I too far ahead? Am I tripping? Or are y'all like, we might be on one that we got to pay attention to? You get to the Super Bowl and you perform Peekaboo, it's worse than performing Not Like Us. Numbers-wise, we already broke it down. Not Like Us has already done more viewership than the Super Bowl halftime show, and it's already done all the damage that it can do. It looks like he's on a different chapter now because that's what he just rolled out with GNX, and it's getting legs. So ask yourself the question, what's worse to now get performed and expose that to the questions of white corporate America? The song that we're all already dancing to, making fun of, and having a good time to, or the one that takes us back to some Meet the Grams type of vibe where we sit down and say, Drake, is that really what you want as it relates to this young artist that lost his life? Just tell me if I'm tripping.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Red